Hey there, I'm Kevin Downey, and I run a boutique agency called Kevin M. Downey, where we help B2B companies with their sales and marketing efforts. You can visit our website at kevinmdowney.com. All right, today's topic, 4 big mistakes that B2B companies are making when trying to do email marketing to drive inbound leads for themselves. So, it goes right in touch with the 4 things you need to make it successful. And I got a bonus 5th one for you today. But the 4 things you need, right? You need technical setup being correct. You need the list, the targeted prospect list. You've got to have the right format for your email marketing. And then finally, you've got to have the right messaging, the right kind of thought process in the way that you do copy when doing email marketing to drive inbound leads. Okay, so let's go through them one by one. Technical setup. First of all, should never be doing any cold emailing from your main domain or an email address on your main domain. You must have a dedicated domain specifically for cold outreach with email. You've got to protect your main domain, okay? So you have to have a new domain. That's one part of the technical setup. The other part is you've got to get your DNS settings correct, meaning you've got to have your SPF, your DKIM, your DMARC. You've got to have those 3 things in as part of your DNS settings for the domain that you're going to do email marketing from in order to validate your domain and your email address with the receiving party's system, whether it's Google, Microsoft, Rackspace, what custom system, doesn't matter. You've got to have those things. So technical setup, when I look at companies that are trying to do email with their CRMs, they are missing that entirely, and they are also doing the emailing from their main domain. Absolute no, you should never do it, okay? Second thing, list. I see most companies prospect lists are too broad. They generally don't get granular or nuanced enough in their targeting. So when you go in and you build your prospect list, you've got to look at who you're targeting. So whether you're on ZoomInfo, you're on Apollo, whatever the system is or the platform is, you've got to make sure that you're getting the right titles, the right size of companies you want to go after, right? The right other criteria that you might use to target people. But the most important thing that I see being done as a mistake by companies is that they're using, let's say, industry or keywords to target, but they're not doing enough of it, right? So you may be just targeting industries in general, but you're not using keyword inclusion or exclusion to hone in on your target audience. You absolutely need to be doing that. So I see that mistake a lot. Sometimes then I also see companies get too granular, although that's a good thing if you want to be targeted, but you lose the volume play. So sometimes they'll get so granular that they'll only have a couple thousand targeted prospects when they could have 50,000 or 100,000, right? So you've got to be careful when you're building that targeted prospect list. Third thing is format of email. When I look at companies that come to me, I see that they've done one of 2 things. Typically, they're using Constant Contact or MailChimp, and they're sending HTML graphical emails that are branding emails out to targeted prospects. That's not going to drive inbound leads historically, right? That's not going to work. You need to do it like you would with a sales rep doing a cold call. You want a cold text-based email that goes out in a one-to-one type email from your sales rep, which is how many companies use their CRM. But a lot of times they miss the boat in the messaging because they've got the text part of it right, no attachments, nothing like that. But then the messaging is all wrong because they start advertising to people and they thread emails together. You don't want to do that. It's a single email, one at a time, all text, very simple. Do you have this pain point? If you do, I can help you solve it. This is what I want you to do next. And you're trying to elicit a reply. That's what you would do on the phone on a cold call. I would say, hey, John, my name's Kevin. I'm with Kevin M. Downey. This is what we do. If you have this pain point, I'd love to send you over information on my agency, my program for companies, along with pricing. And then I'll throw my calendar in there. And if it looks good to you, set up a call with me and we'll go in and we'll dig in to targeted prospect list and look at it together, right? That's what I'm looking to do on a call. I want to do that same thing on an email. Do you have this pain point? If you do, I can help you solve it. This is what I want you to do next. I want you to reply. That's how you drive inbound leads. I see too many companies with their messaging, again, too much advertising, too much branding, marketing, trying to, announce, trying to take people too far down a path with these long drawn out emails, almost like sales page, squeeze page type stuff. and it's too long. No one's going to read it. You got to be clean. You got to be simple. You got to be very direct and short. Got to be really short. Okay, so those are the 4 big mistakes I see. Now, the bonus thing that I want to tell you that you need to be doing to make inbound lead gen turn over for you and turn ROI is when you generate leads, your sales reps, your SDRs on those email boxes, they need to respond to those leads by email right away, but they need to follow up with them by phone immediately. Our best clients and my internal team, they get a response, said, yeah, I'm interested. Send me that PDF. Absolutely. Here's the PDF. Here's calendar. And bam, they hit them on the phone the minute they click that send button. And they say to them, hey, John, you know what? Forgot to send you something in that email. I just wanted to clarify a point and ask you a question. And they're getting them on a call, right? Immediately. Make them look at it, dig in there. You know, you may only get so many that way, but at the end of the day, it's going to enhance and turn those leads into calls and into clients much, much faster. Okay, so if you have any questions, reach out to us, kevinmdowney.com. Look forward to seeing you next time, and we'll talk to you soon.